Carpe. My name is Tim Thurman. I'm the tennis pro here at the Hilton. If there was a most misunderstood stroke in tennis, it's probably the underspin forehand. People really have no idea how to hit it or even when to hit it, okay? Hitting an underspin forehand is important to learn. There are certain cases where you can't hit anything but an underspin forehand, and it's really important. Usually the underspin forehand is a little bit of a defensive shot, okay? So when you're on defense, it's good to hit an underspin forehand, or if you're hitting a drop shot, if you're hitting a lob, or probably the most used time is when you're hitting an approach shot, because what's going to happen is the ball is going to stay low, okay? So now how do you go about hitting the underspin forehand? Okay, what you want to do is you're going to want to come straight underneath the ball, okay? So you start with a fairly flat racket face back here, you come straight through it here, but then you're going to finish right here with your racket parallel to the ground. Okay, so what's happening is you're coming straight through the ball, nice and flat here, and then as you're coming through, you're turning under right here. Okay, now what people usually do when they're hitting the underspin forehand is they do this. Hi-ya! Okay, they really chop at it. Okay, you'll see them starting up here and they go straight down at it like that. That's going to produce a lot of backspin or underspin, but it's not going to be a nice stroke because the ball is going to be going all over the place, usually down, okay? So what you want to do is start at the same height as the ball, hit straight through it, and the key to the whole thing is finishing parallel like this. Now what's going to happen if the ball is popping up in the air? What that means is you're turning under too soon, okay? Or if the ball's going in the net, you're not turning under soon enough. Okay, so the trick behind this whole thing is knowing when to turn under the shot. So don't turn under too early, the ball will pop up. Don't turn under too late because the ball will stay down. Okay, so that's the trick to hitting the underspin forehand. Okay, but the key is finishing with your racket parallel to the ground. Okay, I'll show you what it looks like. This is what it looks like. Here comes the ball, we're gonna go straight through it, and we're gonna finish with our racket parallel to the ground. And what this does is it keeps the ball nice and low for your opponent, okay? So they're gonna have to hit up on the ball. So that's why it's a really good shot to hit if you're hitting an approach shot. So you come straight through it and you're gonna finish parallel to the court, okay? It's also a good shot to hit when you're on defense, if you're scrambling for the ball and you're barely getting to it, okay? It's a good time. Or the final use usually for the backspin is to hit a drop shot, okay, if I'm gonna hit the ball very softly. Okay, but like I said, this is a really misunderstood stroke and people don't know how to hit it. They chop at it, they do all kinds of crazy things, but the key is going straight through it and finishing with a parallel racket face, parallel to the court. Thanks for tuning in. Tune in again for more tennis tips.